quiet day at a park.
I anticipate seeing an immediate drop in criminal activity.
This, not the Hartside Park Grand Rapids is used to seeing.
GRPD heard appeals directly from the community around Hartside Park that residents there saw an active drug trade, bringing other criminal activity, including violence, and a general feeling of being unsafe.
Using that information, Grand Rapids Police identified Hartside as a place where bad things are more likely to happen. Instead of sending officers in, a conversation with people who live and work in the area. Police identifying part of the root problem, which they plan to do more of, with a program called Data Informed Community Engagement, or DICE. DICE won't be limited to Hartside.
We ran the data, we looked, and we said these are the highest areas for violence in the city.
Officers currently going door to door in other spots identified as having a lot of violent crime, not by suspicions or assumptions.
In years past, we could have said, okay, time to flood the area with police. That's how we're going to address it. That's not what we're doing here.
With cold, hard facts.
The police leaders in the meeting with me all said that they could have correctly guessed the hotspots because they have been the same for years.
It doesn't take a mathematician to understand.
The next move isn't deploy resources there immediately. The next move is meet with the community, find out what we can do, what we can offer that community.
Some spots of our city experience crime more than others. Places like the South District, where Captain Trigg runs things.
You get some feedback that we're targeting a certain part of the neighborhood. I think that's going to be always a topic that's kind of a hot topic. So when you can use the data that tells you, listen, these type of crimes are happening within these boundaries, and you can direct your focus to those boundaries, I think it gives merit to why you're bringing that police presence there.
Hopeful for better outcomes at one specific intersection, Eastern and Martin Luther King, by doing things differently.
At the end of the day, affect the change and improve the quality of life in that neighborhood, because from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of gun crimes going on in that neighborhood, and the residents, want to see some action.
So more places can become like Hartside Park today for much longer than one afternoon.
Grand Rapids isn't going to put up with you profiting from destroying people's lives.
Winstrom went on at length to explain that he doesn't believe in arresting drug users. He says that doesn't get to the root of the problem, which is part of why he did things this way. He also highlighted many things in that presentation. You can watch it in full on our website. Something else I do want to mention, too, is he says that they've been working in partnership with Cure Violence and that their IT team actually was able to specifically identify where crime happens down to the 100 number of the block. So that way it can kind of even narrow things further down on a street so people don't feel like officers are unnecessarily invading their community and their neighborhood. They want to make it as specific as possible to make it as effective as possible. Currently, officers in the South District and East District are going door to door, knocking on the community's door to make sure that they are going ahead before they implement any type of police activity that they know what people want to see. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Julie Dunmeyer.